always so great to talk to you. I am curious, we talked a year ago, you were new in the role, and so I'd love to hear from your perspective a couple of the successes that you've had this year, and then a couple of things that you're focused on for the coming year.
Right. Yeah, no, I think as I said from the beginning, the way we've come together and really rolled out a series of very small and medium business appropriate products, that's clearly a big success for us. One bet we took, which wasn't trivial by the way, when we entered the year, was that we'd have a lot of customers come to us and say, well, we want to buy some new PCs, but we also want to upgrade our existing PCs to Windows 7. We really bet a lot of field investment on that, and that's come through in a big way. So that's been a great thing. The other thing is I don't know how much we talked about it last year, but although Marcus has been focused on the breadth channel, our attention paid to the distributors hasn't been what it should have been the last few years. In these last 12 months, we've actually increased by a factor of 10 the amount of investment that we put into distribution in terms of upskilling, in terms of helping them support the VARs, in terms of putting funded heads on the sales floors, really making distributors a more vital key or a more vital part of our channel.
And that goes right to what I'm saying, because that relationship side, right? That's where the VAR's closest relationship is with their distributors. So I think it was really a smart investment on Microsoft's part to do that. I've been following that, and I just think that was a very wise investment and will pay long-term dividends for Microsoft.
No, I'm glad you've seen it. We've really heard very, very good feedback from our distributors, but I'm very happy that it's visible also from the VAR guys' side.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's awesome. Thank you.
Yeah. So those are a couple successes. Now, what are a couple things that you're looking to in the next year? What do you see as challenges or opportunities, things that you think are really you're gonna focus on this coming year?
Yeah. No, we spoke about the cloud opportunity. We also spoke about how some channel partners and some customers even may be confused by what the cloud is going to be. And realistically, the amount of revenue that's going to come from cloud services for the next couple of years is still fairly limited compared to the underlying revenue stream of the traditional business. So I think a challenge we see for ourselves is to take that leadership, to maintain that leadership in terms of explaining why cloud-based solutions and hybrid solutions are oftentimes the right for the customer and the partner, and continue to explain how that works and continue to refine our own channel model. What we have in place now has taken us a fair distance, but there's plenty of stuff that can be refined, and we're going to be paying attention to that too.
Well, and it's not the first time. I mean, some partners get very reactive about this, and I've had this discussion with some, usually over a drink at night, but they're very reactive, and I'm like, well, how many times have we seen our business models change over the years? I mean, sure, if you're kind of new in the business, maybe this is your first time, but the internet was incredibly disruptive and confusing for some, and there was a number of VARs that left the business at that time. They couldn't deal with it. And I'm afraid to say, there's going to be some of the weaker ones that aren't going to survive this migration either.
Strength is a choice in this context. Strength is a choice of how much you want to, and you invest in leading your customer, and strength is a choice is in terms of seeing the opportunity in the cloud and seeing the opportunity to connect your daily business to these emerging technologies. There were companies 15 years ago that were betting their business on integrating TCP/IP stacks. Now TCP/IP stacks became a part of Windows, and at that time there was some discontent around that. You look back to that from today, and it's gone, and it's not going to come back. But the people who chose to be strong, the partners who chose to lead from strength and take their customer relationships to the next level, they're still with us, and they're going to continue to be still with us in this next wave as well.
One thing is, how can partners really succeed? So you're talking about this moving to the cloud, and so what are some of the tools that partners can use coming out of WPC to help them be successful?
Yeah, so if you're watching this and you haven't actually attended WPC, digitalwpc.com just contain a lot of material to really help you take that step, and real learning paths to help you build your strategy for how you migrate your business to the cloud and build a hybrid business in the medium term for the better of use for your customers. That's probably the best advice I can give you.
Well, and then really, I've just always enjoyed our time together, and I look forward to talking to you at WPC next year. You really have taken such a great leadership role in the channel, and I know how much I've enjoyed talking with you, and I hope that many partners get to see this video and understand that they've got great leadership in place. Great to see you as always, Birger, and I look forward to seeing you next year.
That's very much mutual, and I look forward to hearing how you've doubled your VAR business between now and next WPC.
Thank you, sir.
Varvid rocks.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay.